Hello. Tree ferns, Dicksonia Antarctica. I've got 5 here in pots, and I've got 2 more which are already planted in the ground. The 2 that are already in the ground are relatively recent additions to my collection. But these 5 I've had for some time, and they've always been in pots. I've got 1.5 barrel here, 1 in a plastic tub behind me to my right, and then 3 in homemade planters. The question is, do tree ferns produce roots? And in this video I'm taking these tree ferns out of these planters and they're going into the ground around this small patio. This is going to be their forever home. I was curious though as to whether or not in the 12 to 18 months that they've been in these pots they've actually produced any roots. So in this video I'm going to unearth them by taking these planters apart again and just seeing if there's any roots beneath these tree ferns. Looks like I'm going to be assisted by Simba again, my dog. Hello Simba. So let's get going. Let's take them apart, see if there's any roots, and if there are any roots, what they actually look like. And I'm going to start off with this one here because it's shorter and easier to handle. This one here has got a curve on it and it's braced under the soil with a wooden frame which I created. So we'll start with that one, then we'll possibly do the smaller one at the back, then we'll come to this one, and then finally the 1.5 barrel behind me. Now this is very interesting stuff because I've just taken the sideboards off this homemade planter. I remember now that underneath the tree fern I half filled this with rubble because it would have been a waste of compost filling it all with compost. Here's the fascinating thing for me. There is evidence here of thousands and thousands of little roots, and here they are underneath the surface where there's a lack of compost. You can see the roots reaching down into the earth there. Look at that. I'm very pleased with that. I'm now just going to tease away at this compost and see, just for my own confirmation really, that they do actually emerge from the base of the tree fern here and they're not just weed roots. So let's just gently tease away at the compost. Yes, I can feel them. They are definitely emerging from the side of the bottom of this tree fern. There are tree fern roots. Absolutely fascinating. The next thing I'm going to do is completely take this apart, then bring this tree fern onto this board and we'll have a bit of a closer look. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of my gardening projects are like science experiments, and I quite like that element of science in gardening. I always enjoyed biology at school and I think it goes back to that. There is all the rubble that was placed at the bottom of these planters. You can see the tree fern's done very well anyway, regardless of the absence of compost underneath it, which kind of confirms the point that the living plant is up here, which produces the leaves. I think these roots are really just for stability. What I really want to do is tip it onto its side without damaging any of the fronds to see if we can see the sawn off base. When this arrived, it was just a sawn off base. That's how they're harvested in places like Tasmania and Australia. And underneath there are some roots, but underneath where those roots are emerging, there's just a cut off trunk. What's encouraging is I cannot see that anymore because there is an abundance of roots underneath it as well as coming out from the side. Tree fern roots in all their glory. I'm going to place this one into the position around this courtyard where I think it's going to eventually end up, and then I'm going to get on with the other 4. Now this one here, which is about 4 foot tall from the base, has got a lovely lean to it, and I've had to brace it under the soil here to stop it falling over. But the same thing is true, it's got a load of ballast in the bottom to stabilise it. So I'll go ahead, take these boards off, see if there's any roots on this one. When I plant this in the ground, I'm going to have to stake it, as I've done this one here, to stop it from falling over. Let's get to it. The situation is the same. Plenty of roots, plenty of evidence of roots. I shall lean this forwards and hopefully bring it to the ground. And again, just teasing away at this compost here. I can see hundreds of little tiny hair-like roots in the soil. So, do tree ferns produce roots? Well, very clearly they do, because we've seen the evidence with our very own eyes. I'll be planting these and my other tree ferns into the border around this circular patio. I'll also be underplanting with lots of hostas and other ferns and mind your own business. So if you want to see that video on me creating a jungle garden, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell. And I'll see you soon.